And we're also watching shares of airlines move lower this morning. American Airlines and Southwest are just the latest in the industry to report second quarter earnings. Uneven travel demand, higher capacity levels, and airfare discounts are squeezing margins. For more on the results, let's bring in Mike Boyd, Boyd Group International President, and George Ferguson, Bloomberg Intelligence Senior Aerospace Defense and Airlines Analyst. Mike, let's begin with you and just your big picture overview of the results that we're getting in this morning.
Well, prepare for a bloodbath the rest of the year. What we're missing here, despite the doggerel put out by American Airlines, the fact of the matter is we have higher labor costs coming into play right now, and now we have a very desperate ULCC sector, which used to be somewhat separate. But we have carriers now like Frontier trying to barge into major markets, major O&D markets at American Airlines. That's going to happen. We have an excess of capacity at the ULCC sector. They're desperate. They're going to be putting more airplanes right into Americans' backyard, and United and Delta and Southwest. So I don't see anything really positive coming up for the rest of the year because this overcapacity is not going to go away.
George, what do you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, I think we saw, strong signs of overcapacity. If you look at American, what their yields were down in every market, important markets like domestic, down 6%. So, we kind of think of yields as synonymous with fares. Their two, big full service carrier competitors, United and Delta, did much better, down 1 or 2. So Americans in particularly bad shape. Southwest showed us down, I think it was 1 or 2% domestically. So they're showing the weakness too. We're starting to see capacity numbers come in for 3Q. I'm seeing 2 to 3% growth. That's better than I think the growth we saw in 2Q. But agreed, I think there's a lot of basic economy capacity out there. Everybody's trying to get more premium, and so I think it's going to be rough to turn 3Q around, and 4Q is always a weak quarter. So I think it's going to be a rough year for the airlines, rougher than they thought.
Mike, when it comes to what airlines need to do or can do in order to change the narrative and really shift some of the weakness or eliminate some of that weakness, a lot of that having to do with overcapacity. Walk us through just exactly what that looks like and how long it could potentially take. It sounds like until next year that an issue like this takes to correct.
Honestly, American, Delta, United, Southwest can't do anything about the overcapacity. The overcapacity is basically ULCCs, which are no longer ultra anything, trying to barge into markets where they can make money with their excess airplanes. And as a result of that, they're going to have to react. American, United, Delta, Southwest, they're going to have to react to these kinds of entries into the market. For example, Frontier going in a big way into Charlotte. American owns Charlotte, fee simple absolute. You can't stimulate new market going to Buffalo out of Charlotte. This is how desperate some of these ULCCs are. And American, Delta, United, Southwest, they're going to have to react to it because they're not running that show.